Today I'm going to talk to you about how you can get the most out of your logs with New Relic by parsing them using grok patterns. In the fall of last year, I created a blog post, and I'm going to share the link to that blog post, that basically went into the details about what grok is, how to create grok rules in New Relic. What I'm going to do today is give you sort of a video demonstration of much of what I discussed in that post. I have my test account here, and what I'm showing you are some logs which are coming in, which are invalid login attempts. These may be attempts to sort of penetrate my my network, and you can see that the text is invalid login attempt from user, from IP, and the port number. This is pretty useful as it is to have these security logs. I can plot these in a dashboard. I can even create alerts for them. But one of the things that I can't do, because I don't have these broken out into individual fields, I can't easily facet or aggregate on the important fields that I care about. In this situation, what I really care about is the username, the port, and the IP. Now, in the blog post I referred to, I mentioned a tool called Grok Debug, which is a very useful tool for kind of getting grok patterns to work. And what I've done here is I've pasted an example of that message that I just showed you into the input line. And I basically edited a pattern, very much like a regular expression, but it's sort of its own thing, to pull out the fields that I care about. So what I'm pulling out is action, user, source, an IP, as well as a port. So once I work on these and I get the patterns pulled out the way that I want, I can paste the pattern easily into New Relic's grok parsing interface. So let's click on that and create a rule. I'm going to call this the invalid login rule. Now, what we do is we often apply a pre-filter. So what I want to do is I want to narrow this down to the file path, and I just want to get things that are coming from varlog secure. This creates, reduces the amount of work that the parsing engine actually needs to do. So you can see it shows us these logs right here. So let's put our pattern in and test the rule. These green checks indicate that the rule that I created actually matches these logs that are coming in. So when I save this parsing rule and enable it, logs are now going to have individual fields broken out. Now, this doesn't work on ones that already came in, but this is going to work on ones that are coming in new. What I can do now is I can query these logs, and I'll be able to facet on some of the new fields. Let's just see if we have some of these. So we do have some of these. So now what we can do is we can facet by source and port. Let's make that a pie chart. And so I've created the rudiments of a basic security dashboard that can also be used in more granular and sophisticated alerting and analysis processes in order to keep my systems secure. I hope this was useful, and read the blog post that I'll link in the description. Thank you.